Welcome back. On the last video, we talked about being okay. On today's video, I want to talk about growing from okay into happiness. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's go back into what we started at. And this was the Maslow's hierarchy of needs that we looked at. And last time we talked about the first two stages here, the physiological needs and the safety and security needs. The physiological, of course, is that foundational level, just the survival level, being able to get from the chaos that is life sometimes, but being able to have a foundation where you can grow from. That starts with breathing, food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. After you have those things, Maslow opined that you could then grow into the safety and security factor of having health, employment, property, family, and social ability. And that makes sense. If you're not able to breathe, you're not going to have much social ability. If you're not able to have food, water, or clothing, that really inhibits your ability to have social ability, employment, and probably even your health. And if you're not able to sleep, that affects everything in your life. And if you're not able to do some of these prior items, you're not able to have sleep because you're not able to survive, basically. Once you have those, then you can start working on health, employment, property, family, and social ability, which of course gives you the ability to grow in life. So some of the things that I wanted to go into real quick on this video were, why do some of those foundational things freak us out? So for example, a lot of people are afraid to budget. They're afraid that if they dig into their finances, they may not be able to afford it, or there's a lot of factors that keep them from even just doing a simple budget in your life. However, a budget, I think everyone will agree, allows us to be in a position to control our finances and to grow our financial ability. Some people are looking to get into a relationship hoping that fixes some of those foundational abilities, but the reality is if we're not stable, we're not able to control where a relationship goes. We're reliant on that relationship and we're hoping it creates happiness, but in reality it can actually put us in a deeper, less secure position because we're relying on someone to provide foundational needs, and if we're in a bad relationship, we're not able to get out of it. So we've got to be okay with ourselves. We've got to get okay with ourselves before we can start building from there. Now, a couple of different things. One of the things we talked about in the last video also was learning to be alone with your thoughts, and how so many people are afraid of that. Or so many people are not comfortable with that, is a better way to say it. Why is it important though? Well, only by thinking through our situations are we able to grow. Is there anything wrong with listening to music or watching TV? Of course not. However, there's a great strength that can come from meditating or being able to think through processes or projects on our own. If you're able to think through a 30-minute car ride, a lot of times it's amazing what solutions you are able to come up with by yourself, and the strength of mind that comes from being able to solve those solutions with your thoughts that you're not able to come with other ways. So we definitely need to learn how to be alone with our thoughts, to be able to recognize the power and the strength that we have inherently as humans, and the confidence that you can develop on your own from solving your problems, your challenges, and creating your happiness will make you a much stronger and much more foundational based person. So something we need to look at on the growth from being okay to being happy and having that joy in our lives, the stability in our lives that we all want, are what are the things that are causing the stress, and what will be the things that will cause happiness. One of the biggest questions that was posed to me that had a great impact was in a course that I took on defining happiness, or becoming and coaching happiness, was, what is happiness? And all of us think we know it, but sit down for a minute after this video and think, what is happiness? What would happiness look like? If I had the happiness I want in my life, what would that look like? And it's different for everyone. For someone that means they have a job, they have stability, and they can go do what they want. For other people, it means they have children they can care for. Others, it means they have pets that they can do things that they want, or that they can take vacations and travel. But only if we define that first are we able to then build the life we want. That was a critical piece. The other thing we need to look at are what are things that are causing problems in our life. Something that we hear a lot of times, and it is true when we're growing up, is, are our friends a bad influence on us? And they very well may be. But in reality, sometimes the friends that we have are more of an indication of the choices we're making in our lives not the root cause of all of the problems in our lives. So we have to look and say, is the job that I have helping me develop the life I want? Is it a bad influence? Am I in a bad environment? Is it not creating the financial reward that I need? By the way, if your job is not creating the financial reward you need, it's not necessarily the job's fault, because we have the freedom to change our job, to change our surroundings. And if we're willing to do that, even as scary as it can be, we're able to grow. Our habits, and what are our habits? Do I come home and watch TV? Do I come home and get drunk? Are drugs involved, or things that are detracting from where I need to go? Is gaming something that is stopping me from learning? Or are my TV shows, even though they're not bad TV shows, could I be doing something else to grow, to learn? Could I learn coding? Could I learn how to build websites? Could I learn how to work on cars? Could I learn how to cook or develop my own personal abilities so that I can then change my position and develop into happiness? These are all thoughts that we can develop on ourselves or by ourselves. We can also enlist the help of other people. Find those who are in that position that you want to be in, or who are at least growing towards it, and surround yourselves with those kind of people. We've been told that we become a composite of our 5 closest friends. And while our 5 closest friends don't have sole control over our lives, they absolutely have influence. If we're willing to surround ourselves with people who are either at or headed towards the destination or the place in life that we want to be, then we can all work there together. However, if we surround ourselves with people who tell us it can't be done, unfortunately, human nature will mean they will tear us down until we're not able to get where we want to go. Just a few thoughts, but I want to leave this on a good note. We all have choice, and even though sometimes things may seem tough, it may seem impossible, by focusing on first our foundational needs, getting ourselves in a good, stable position, and second, by making our choices, using our freedom of thought to improve ourselves, there is so much information and so much possibility out there that you can grow yourself to where you want to be. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please give us a like down below. If you like this kind of content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And if you know someone who may benefit from this video, please do share. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next one.